Hello, everyone. My name is Kuro Asterisk.
I'm theoretically Moss.
I'm Crack Attack.
And this is Unicorn Overlord. This is my personal game of the year for 2024. It's a new strategy RPG, same genre as Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics or any other buzzwords, you know. So it's a very intricate game. If you know a lot about this game or if you know nothing, a lot of things happen in the speedrun. You're not going to follow along. So just sit back, relax, don't worry about it. Without further ado, I think we're ready to start. My nerves are getting to me, so I kind of forgot how to count. So do you guys think you can help me? All right, we'll start at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, so unlike your Fire Emblems or your Final Fantasy Tactics, this is not a grid-based game. Movement is very anything, so we take advantage of that immediately. So we're editing the path so we don't hit the guy in the top right. It's fine that he knows us there, he won't be able to catch up. That avoids his detection. So typically you're supposed to go left or right, and that will get you in 2 fights. So that saves about 20 seconds, which is very nice. Another difference is, unlike Fire Emblem or chess, I guess, there's no player phase or enemy phase. So everything is happening in real time. You give an order, and then everything moves at once. So mobility is going to be very key in terms of going fast in this game. Right now we're in the tutorial prologue, if you will. So combat is very interesting in this game. To very concisely describe it, I would describe it as a blend of Fire Emblem and Pokemon. So in Fire Emblem, units are just one person. In this game, units are teams. So battles are conducted kind of like a Pokemon battle in the sense where right now, I guess we can say we're in a double battle. They move in order of their speed stats. The stats are very Fire Emblem-esque, and they use their skills on their turn, and then their passive skills, which are the blue things, but don't worry about it. So I'm not giving orders, I'm just fast-forwarding and pressing A to advance the little tutorial boxes. These are all based on a unit's tactics, so you can set tactics of their skills and conditions of when to use them. So to all my coders out there, if you love the if statement, this is the game for you. But we won't be seeing a lot of things. This is a very short run, so we'll be missing a lot of characters and skills and classes. So question to everyone, I think we could do a little donation train of who's your favorite Unicorn Overlord character. We'll kick it off up here. I'm a fan of Virginia. She's a very fun unit to use. The Valkyria class is very fun. What about you all?
I'd go with Melisandre. She's very silly. She still joins your team if Elaine dies in the first combat, which is required to recruit her.
I was going to say Sharon, but I'm going to go with Hodrick on this one.
Hodrick, he's fun. He's an armored unit, but he is not exactly our best friend this run. Coming up after this little scene, it'll be Hodrick is the boss of this tutorial section. And that's when RNG will start to come into play. So
the biggest RNG of this entire run.
Yeah, so of course with like Fire Emblem, there's hit rates, critical rates, and then there's a defensive critical called guard, basically. And armored knights have a very high guard stat, and they reduce a lot of damage. So Hodrick has a 63% chance to guard, and if he does guard, he reduces damage by 75%, which is quite a lot. So if things go well, it'll only take 2 fights. We'll be using Hodrick, the guy with the horse here.
That's Joseph.
Yeah, that's Joseph, man.
In Fire Emblemese, he's our Jagan.
He's a Seth of Sacred Stones or whatever.
Yeah, your Seth, your Titanias, whatever.
Your Frederick.
Pre-promote. Yeah, Frederick, of course. So this battle always plays out the same. He'll guard his friend, and then we give him a little bonk with the sword. But now it's up to RNG whether he guards or not. So best case scenario, he falls right now. He does! Wow.
Whoa,
nice. Wow, that quite
rarely
lucky.
happens.
That's like
damn, that's better than PS5 RNG.
So nice, he failed his guard, so that is awesome. That is pretty good. That's what you want
that
for
saves
PvEs.
a lot of time.
So yeah, Hodrick, you know what? Crack, I think you're right. I think I like Hodrick
I
now,
like him
too.
right now,
think,
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
think
pretty
we're
great.
good.
Hodrick
yeah.
now goaded.
Hodrick's rules.
Who even is Virginia, really? So in this category, it's called any percent story. That refers to the difficulty. So right here, we finally get to choose our difficulty. I missed banner skip.
Impressive.
It's
So
all right.
sad.
It's just a very subtle time save.
He's referring to the banner where it like shows the mission of it.
Can I sneak in with my favorite unicorn overlord?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And so I actually haven't played much of this game, but you said it's kind of a fusion between Pokemon and Fire Emblem. So I'm going to say it's the Galarian Rapidash is my favorite unicorn overlord. And for those joining in that donation train with your favorite character, we accept wrong answers. Yes.
You know, we do love our cavalry here in Unicorn Overlord. They move very fast. They are the quickest movement type in the game. As you can see, we have two horses right here, Joseph, and then the not old one is Clive. They move very fast. They also do double damage against infantry. It's kind of like archers are effective against flyers type deal. But yeah, the goal, and because they move so fast, they help do missions quickly. So the goal of every map is to capture the enemy command post who's guarded by a boss, and don't let your command post fall. So that's why we put someone up there at the start to make sure we don't just lose the map instantly, and just beating the boss. So every mission is just going to be beat the boss, basically. So we can ignore everything else. All other enemies are mostly optional, unless we need them for something like an end game. But yeah, so now after this, we'll finally be out of the tutorial. We have to do a few more things of like how to equip units and all that type deal. But after that, the world will open up to us. So you might be wondering, how are we beating this game in like 20 minutes? What like game-breaking glitch are we gonna exploit? This is all within the bounds of the game, actually. It's very much like Breath of the Wild in terms of it being an open-world game. To make a reference, so we could approach the end game right now. Hyrule Castle is on the Great Plateau. However, is right now mathematically impossible to do that. We need some preparations. So we are going to get our paraglider so we can explore the rest of the world outside of this Great Plateau. Paraglider in this game is a girl named Scarlet who we need to rescue. So yeah, we're just going to be doing overworld movement right now. So in the meantime, JD, how's it going?
Things are going great, and you're getting so much love from the chat and donations, including this $36 donation from X equals Penguin, saying, "Hey Kuro, it was fun hanging out at SGDQ 2024. Wish I could be there now to watch your run in person, but I'm cheering you on from my computer. Good luck on the run."
Thank you, X equals Penguin.
Yeah, we have a $100 donation from Venbright that says, "Hey Kuro, it's Ven. So sorry I couldn't be there to cheer you on in person. So excited to see you on the main stage, and may Hodrick bless your run."
Oh, he did.
Indeed. Got time for a couple more?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a $25 donation from Mallow that's hopping in on this favorite character train that says, "Unicorn Overlord was my favorite game of 2024, and I'm excited to see it in AGDQ. My favorite character is Unifi, and snuck in at the last minute to be my choice for the Ring of the Maiden. Good luck with the RNG, Kuro."
So based.
We love Unifi.
We love Unifi. We love her in low percent.
You're still good to keep going.
Of course. Another favorite character submission, a $5 donation from Spock Rocket that says, "Love Unicorn Overlord. It's basically a spiritual successor to Ogre Battle, one of my favorite series of the 90s. My favorite character is Berengaria, but Melisandre is a close second."
Good choices.
Always.
We also have a $15 donation from Crafty Mountaineer benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation, saying, "Donating on behalf of my daughter, EAH Munchkin. She's at GDQ and was so excited to watch Unicorn Overlord live." Thank you so much for that donation. And remember, everyone, add the incentive for the Super Chefy World 2, the quest for 5 shells, upgrade to 100% bonus incentive. It's got a $30,000 goal, and we have lots of room to go, and I know that everyone can do it. Let's make it happen.
So here we are in the next story mission. This is where we get our paraglider, basically, so we can leave the country of Cornea. Scarlet, the one we're saving, she doesn't really help us a lot. There's no real reason to save her, but we do get a lot of good things from this map, including this flyer. This is Fran. As you can see, we could go over rivers and walls, which is very nice. Got a little unlucky there that it wasn't a 2-cycle, but that's all right. But yeah, flyers will be our main form of movement in terms of using Fran. They are a bit slower than cavalry, but the fact that they can fly over all terrain is very nice, which means we can take shorter paths. So here, there's 2 bosses of this map. As you can see, there's a lot of menuing being pulled up and everything. Don't worry, it just works, really. Like, having to explain all of it, that's a Herculean task for a 20-minute run, but it just works. Just, if you're ever confused, just say that in your mind, and you're basically a Unicorn Overlord speedrunner.
I mean, even 90% of normal gameplay is just vibes-based.
You'll notice he's skipping the battles too. Once he did the 3rd mission, he can start skipping battles, so you don't have to see the animations.
Yeah, which helps speed things up a lot. We weren't just watching the cutscenes just to watch them at the beginning.
They're pretty cool, though.
Although, yeah, the artwork really good in this game. Gotta say, this is Vanillaware, and they make very pretty games.
Yeah, go play the game yourself to watch the pretty battle animations.
And they have a demo. You can play 5 hours of the game. Look at what you can do in 20. There's a lot you can do. But anyways, we're just gonna do a bit of a shopping trip and going into another map to get a character that we really want. If we game over on it, no, I didn't. Hey, JD, how's it going?
Hey, Kuro, things are good. How are you?
Doing great.
Well, what else is great are all these amazing donations coming in for the Prevent Cancer Foundation and love for you and the contributions to these favorite characters, like this $25 donation from CS that says, hey, Kuro, good luck with the run. My favorite character, of course, is the best elf in the game, Rosalinda. No discussion.
Oh, you're gonna be happy about the rest of this run.
Agreed.
We also have a $10 donation from Notrock that says, my favorite Unicorn Overlord character is my giant wife, Amalia.
Also great. That was my first wife in this game. You do have to, in order to get better endings than the bad ending, which is what we're doing here, you do have to marry someone.
Victory awaits.
Got time for more favorite character contributions?
Yep, we got time for one more.
Yeah, we have $50 from Shaw Fujikawa that says, happy to see Unicorn Overlord at GDQ. I'll always have a fondness for Nina. Shame we won't be seeing her today, but you can crush this run in her honor.
Of course, all for Nina. So good, things worked out. We used the flyer movement to fly over the water. It's actually very close. There's a guy who's really close to approaching and taking over our base. That would cause a game over, but fortunately I did the pathing right and we were able to win. As you can see, our renown rank increased. Renown, the main thing it does is lets you increase your unit size. So right now we have teams of 3. You can get up to teams of 5 like we did in the prologue, but we're not getting up there. But getting to rank D will let us access and hire mercenaries, which will be important for endgame. But the most important thing right now, and basically why we're able to beat the game so fast, is Rosalinda. So we just entered Elheim, the land of the elves, and Rosalinda agreed to help us, and boy does she help. She has an AoE attack. She attacks with magic and physical attacks simultaneously. She's really all we need. So now we just head to the end game. This is a checkpoint before end game to like kind of make sure like you're up to snuff. And we've got a way to beat it. Moss, want to take over?
Yeah, so you might have noticed, if you saw it real quick, it said, you know, level 40 map. We're way under leveled. We should be dead here. But as you can see, Kuro is eating this thing called hallowed cornash. Hallowed Cornash gives us Valor. If you look at the top left of the game screen, you see Valor. We have 4 out of 10. You can have up to 10 Valor at a time. And basically you collect it from getting command posts, killing units, and you can use it to use special Valor skills like Wild Rush there, which on story mode basically instantly kill enemies, allowing us to kill them and get all of the experience. basically getting immediately to basically in the 30s of levels from being around 10. So we instantly get to a level that will actually allow us to beat the game.
Just making a safety save. Yeah, so we're still pretty underleveled and underprepared. We are going against teams of 5 and 4, which is not great for us. So there is a bit of a chance that we won't. It's if Clive misses a 7% chance. Well, he has a 93% chance to hit, but he hits these surely. Hey, he did hit these. Let's go. All right. So now Rosalinda started at level 10. She's now level 35. So she's up to snuff with the enemies. And she will just be able to fight them very competently. We're going to do some last-minute preparations, go to the shop for a bit. So any announcements for the rest of the event, JD?
Yeah, absolutely. We have people really buying those tickets for the donation train, which will depart the station, I'm sure, very soon at the end of this run. We've got a $10 donation from Storm that says, joining the Unicorn Overlord donation train. I've played the game in full, went for the best ending the game has, and during it, my favorite character is Ramona. She was my Ring of the Maiden choice when I was playing it casually.
We do love Ramona.
Yeah. We've got... go ahead.
No, you can quickly do another.
Thank you. We have a $5 donation from Dryden supporting the Prevent Cancer Foundation, saying Unicorn Overlord was a surprise hit for me last year. So glad to see it here. My favorite Unicorn Overlord character is Rosalinda.
Yo.
So yeah, you'll notice a pretty cool feature that the Switch version and PS4 version has. That hourglass at the bottom right. That's just not there in the PS5 version. It loads so fast that never shows up. Like, I've talked to other runners who play the PS5, and they're like, "What is that?" So you know, a fun little thing. Anyways, now we're on the final mission. This is going to be where we are for the next like 6 minutes. So there's a lot to do. So we can't just rely on one unit. We can't just kill the boss because the boss isn't here yet. If the boss is Calamity Ganon, we have to kill the 4 Blights first. There are 4 like henchmen that we have to defeat first. So Clive will do the left half, and Fran will do the right half. Fran, Rosalinda, they are competent enough to be able to just fight things normally. Clive will have to be a little bit more creative. So we used this Divine Effigy here to summon Thunder and Lightning. That will be able to break barricades and deal a good amount of damage to other enemies. Fran right here is protecting the base. You might notice that we have deployed a lane. He was at level 1 at the beginning of this. He lived, and now he is leveling up. He's a really great unit, just in general, but he doesn't contribute much, but he will be important for the final boss of just looking pretty. But for now, we wait till the Thunder does its job, hits these guys. We use Summon Warrior. We did hire a generic Cell Sword. What she does, she has the Valor skill called Summon Warriors, and she is able to summon friends. And Valor skills, the power of the Valor skill is based on the map, not based on the character using the Valor skill. So despite being level 1, she summons some very competent friends, like able to summon a team of 5, which is something we don't even have. We're fine. Surely.
The ballista.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that
He won't move right away.
Yeah. All right. We're fine. So anyways, we use the ballista against Theodora, or Wind Blight, if you will. So now we send Clive up on his own journey, and we're back to Fran. There's a lot to say about these fights, but we do not have time to describe them. So we'll start talking about the final boss. So after we defeat all these guys, the final boss will appear. And that is Galerius, and he is a punk. He is the reading comprehension check. He will stump a lot of players who have just kind of been going by. He has a move that literally sets your HP to 1, and he also sets up a shield at the beginning of each fight that negates the next 6 hits, which is not great, but we do have ways to go about that. But the other thing he does is he brainwashes all your units. There's like lore-wise, there's like a mind control thing, and the only one immune to it is Elaine, the main character. But Clive over here, he will turn evil, the berserk status from Fire Emblem, if you will. Here we have Water Blight. We do the same thing in Breath of the Wild, where we use Wild Rush with Clive and then use Summon Warrior from the Cell Sword. Exactly, that's what I saw yesterday.
Yeah.
In the 2 controllers, 1 player, no. 2 players, 1 controller.
Too many controllers.
Yeah.
Too many players.
500 controllers.
Yeah, so now we have to wait. We do have to conserve Valor here. We used to have a lot like safer strats, but that costs time, so clearly we have to play a bit more risky. Have to do some tactic changing. Again, it just works. If you are curious, feel free to join the Unicorn Overlord speedrunning Discord. You'll find it on speedrun.com. If you want to learn the run yourself or just learn what's happening, because there's a lot of questions. Anyways, the Summon Warrior will kill Water Blight. Standard Zelda tactics. And now we're on to the final boss. So he has appeared. Clive has turned evil. Whoops. But fortunately, Elaine is immune to the mind control, which is the only reason he's here. He actually will not even be attacking the boss because he just gets in the way. We do have a setup to kill the boss. So, like we said, he sets up a shield that negates the next 6 hits at the very beginning of battle. But Rosalinda also has a very beginning of battle skill, and that is Rage of the Fairies. That will inflict stun, which prevents him from acting. Rosalinda is faster, so she gets to go first. So while stunned, he will recover the next time it's his turn. So Fran will be our main damage dealer. She does good damage against cavalry. And Rosalinda will be able to freeze Galerius before he's able to act and get unstunned. So that is the stun lock. If Elaine is slower than Rosalinda, so he would break Galerius out of it. So that's why we just remove all his attacks and he just stands there. But again, it is optimal for him to be on here so we don't have to cure mind control. So we're really waiting for crits here, just like, okay, the next one. But yeah, so Galerius will die. We're just watching the animation. When the screen flashes white, that will be time. And time.
GG's.
Yeah, so you can beat this game pretty fast. This is the bad ending. Of course, there are the categories if you are interested in true ending, or 100% if you want to do that to yourself, or low percent if you want
really
to
hate
do that to
yourself.
So yeah, feel free to join the Discord. We'd love to have you explain what happened. We just didn't have time to, but it's a really cool being able to root this. This route would not be possible without the Unicorn Overlord community. Very special shout outs to the Japanese community. We have such a great relationship between the English and Japanese runners, learning from each other, but now we're in talking more, and this is the fruit of our labor. So thank you so much, GDQ, for having us. I will be back Thursday morning with the game everyone's waiting for, Flushed Away. I know. They just had to bring this on just to, just so it wasn't too obvious they only brought me here for Flushed Away. But that's it from us. Thank you so much for watching, and please enjoy the rest of the event. Bye.
Bye.